NBA Mock Draft 1.0. The Mavericks land Cooper Flagg at number 1. Here's how the rest of the draft shakes out, with the Mavericks winning the NBA draft lottery and the right to select Cooper Flagg with the number 1 pick. Let's take our first stab at projecting how the draft will play out now that the order is set. 1. Dallas Mavericks. Cooper Flagg F. Duke. I genuinely can't believe it actually happened. This result will not help the NBA's rigged accusations, or it works in favor of simulation theory. Just months after the Mavericks traded Luka Doncic. But a big congratulations to the Mavericks and their remaining fans. So, now what will Nico Harrison do? He says defense wins championships, so Cooper Flagg makes some sense. But could the first pick have appeal to the Bucks for Giannis Antetokounmpo? The Mavericks will at least make that call. If they keep the pick, then Flagg fits as a do-it-all forward who hustles like a madman, makes his teammates better as a passer, and has dialed in a knockdown jumper. He's both the best offensive and defensive prospect in this draft class, making him the safest number 1 pick in ages. As long as his jumper falls, he could play as a small forward next to Anthony Davis and another big. It's his growth as a shot creator that will decide if he reaches his all-star floor or soars to his Hall of Fame ceiling. 2. San Antonio Spurs. Dylan Harper G. Rutgers. With Antetokounmpo searching for his next franchise, the question now will be whether the Spurs trade this pick to land the Greek freak or not. Harper is a big-bodied lefty combo guard with NBA blood in his veins, as the son of Ron Harper, who was a 20/5/5 guy before winning 5 titles as a role player. Like his father, Harper has a high floor with the skill, poise, and playmaking instincts to dictate the game at his pace. He obviously has talent, but the Spurs just traded for De'Aaron Fox and already have Stephon Castle. There's too much overlap with Harper, meaning the Spurs could look to trade down or out. 3. Philadelphia 76ers. Ace Bailey F. Rutgers. After a disastrous season, the Sixers get to keep their top 6 protected pick. But drafting Bailey would raise serious questions about the direction of the franchise. On one hand, he is a ridiculous shot-making machine, capable of splashing contested jumpers from every spot on the floor and with the swagger of a throwback bucket getter. At his size, he fits next to Tyrese Maxey and Jared McCain in the years to come. But can the Sixers afford to wait when the clock is ticking on the Joel Embiid era? Bailey's shooting consistency, plus his raw edges as a shot creator and defender, needs sanding down to turn him into a full-on star. It would not be a shocker if the Sixers look to trade down or out, with a team badly hoping to land Bailey. 4. Charlotte Hornets. VJ Edgecombe G. Baylor. Edgecombe is an explosive, high-motor wing who flies out of nowhere for poster dunks and chase-down blocks. He pairs his elite athleticism with a knockdown spot-up jumper and fearless slashing. Edgecombe needs to improve his shot creation to become more of a primary creator. But that'll matter less in Charlotte as long as LaMelo Ball stays healthy. 5. Utah Jazz. Con Newpel. Newpel brings more than just a sharpshooter stroke to the Jazz thanks to his brainy pick-and-roll playmaking and crafty scoring feel. Pairing him with Lauri Markkanen works because Newpel can simply fit with anyone. There could be some untapped upside in him too, since he's got a slick mid-range bag and strength scoring inside. To become a player that takes over games though, he'll need to overcome his average athleticism. 6. Washington Wizards. Trey Johnson G. Texas. As crushing as it is for the Wizards to get leapfrogged in the draft, maybe it could end up a blessing in disguise. The Wizards were last in offensive rating this season, so they are badly in need of scoring punch from someone like Johnson. At Texas, Johnson showed he's a clutch shot maker who can catch fire from all over the floor, drilling step-backs and off-screen jumpers with ease. But he needs to continue developing his point guard skills while also honing his shot selection and dramatically improving his defense. 7. New Orleans Pelicans. Jeremiah Fears G. Oklahoma. The Pelicans badly need a point guard of the future, and Fears has the skills to become that for them as a dynamic guard with a twitchy attacking style and a knack for coming through as a clutch shooter. He was one of college basketball's youngest freshmen, and it showed with his shaky decision-making as a shooter and passer. But he has a feel for shot creation and a handle that lets him get anywhere on the floor. So he may only need time to emerge as a star. 8. Brooklyn Nets. Derek Queen, C. Maryland. Queen is a burly big with guard-like handles who dazzles with spin moves and crafty finishes, like his game-winning leaning jumper to send Maryland to the Sweet 16. From early in his career with the Nets, he can make an impact with those interior skills. The question is how long, if ever, it'll take to translate his velvet touch to the perimeter. If he does that, he has an offensive star upside. But his interior scoring, playmaking chops and magnetic rebounding alone give him tantalizing potential. Those traits make him an intriguing fit for a team with a clean slate like the Nets. 9. Toronto Raptors. Common Maluak, C. Duke. Maluak is a towering rim protector with switchable mobility, erasing shots at the rim and shadowing quick guards on the perimeter. In the long term, he could be the anchor of the Raptors' defense. But beyond dunking lobs, he's a work in progress on offense with a lack of seasoning as a screener, shooter, and creator. He also grabbed 0 rebounds in his final game at Duke. Such a raw skill set should come as no surprise since the South Sudan native didn't start playing basketball until he was 13. Patience could pay off for the Raptors though. 10. Houston Rockets. Via Phoenix Kasparas Jakušionis, G. Illinois. Jakušionis is a slick shot creator with a creative passing gene and a fearless scoring ability, carving up defenses with crafty finishes, step-back jumpers, and jaw-dropping passes. But as a freshman, he'd follow up those highlights with turnover brain farts that derail the hype train. The Rockets have so many different shot creators that he could lean into his strengths as a shooter and develop his point skills in a minimized role. But they don't have the guy, so there'd certainly be pressure on KJ to become the offensive engine. The 2025 NBA draft promises to be one of the most franchise-altering in recent memory, with Cooper Flagg headlining a class stacked with elite talent and high upside prospects. Every pick has the potential to shift a team's future. The Mavericks landing Flagg could redefine the Western Conference, while rebuilding squads like the Pistons and Wizards have a golden chance to build around cornerstone talent. As the league trends younger and more versatile, this draft serves as a launching pad for the NBA's next generation of stars. Buckle up. The 2025 rookie class is ready to make noise from day one.